Alright, welcome everyone to this new series, and let's say hello to Bella, our hero for this long series of episodes. Bella will work for House Hlaalu, one of the 5 great houses of Morrowind, and she will be based out of Narsis. So who are the Mainland House Hlaalu? The Mainland House Hlaalu operates through a lens of economic opportunism, seeking to enrich themselves, their great house, and the province of Morrowind. Their methods are famously unscrupulous, marked by a comfort with deception and the use of force to establish house-enforced monopolies and rigid economic regimes. Within Hlaalu territory, society is a complex web of disguises where appearances are rarely what they seem. Strategically, the Hlaalu have adopted the lessons of Veloth, utilizing the empire much like the Chimer once used their enemies. By committing to a long-term alliance, they remain by the empire's side for as long as it serves their interests, fully aware that its presence is temporary. In the end, they intend to prevail and emerge dominant as true Dunmer should. In this incredible faction questline, Bella will have to navigate internal conflicts, manage external relations, and embrace the Hlaalu ideology of mercantilism. She will also have to deal with the 7 families and the house councilors. The Timeline Rebuild team has created some incredible lore for the Mainland House Hlaalu, and in this mini-series of videos, I will share my review and observations of every quest of this faction questline. The focus will be on quest design, lore and writing as usual. Let's get started then. Our adventure begins at the Narsis Measure Hall, where we talk to Alvinu Lervas about debt for Belron Hlaalu.
So good to see you. May you find all that you seek, traveler. So good to see you.
You here to talk business? That's good. I need someone to collect a debt for Belron Hlaalu. Sergio Belron is the patriarch of the 7th Hlaalu family. As I understand it, he's recently unearthed some documents that concern a very old debt owed to the 7th family by one of the lesser families.
So Belron Hlaalu of the 7th family has unearthed some documents that reveal an old debt from a lesser family. So we have to visit the 7th family manor in the old quarter.
So good to see you.
You have a debt to collect for me. The steward sent you? Good. I keep very meticulous books, you see, and something jumped out at me the other day. The ancestors of the Sadras family neglected to clear a loan with our family 120 years ago. It seems my predecessors overlooked this. But I shall not. With interest, the current total is 2,102 septums. The exact details are on this sheet. Take the boat to Sadrathim and remind Irena Sadras of her obligations to me.
So Belron Hlaalu wants us to travel to Sadrathim to recover the debt from the Sadras family that is currently worth 2,102 septums. We also get a notice of repayment document. So we take the boat to Sadrathim and visit the Sadras manor.
Looking to leave Narsis, Outlander? What's your destination?
Let's talk to Irena Sadras.
That rat's in the bag.
What brings you to Sadras Manor? Oh. Give me that. 2,102 drakes. This is ridiculous. Don't tell me you believe this. and for the sake of my ancestors I couldn't, in good conscience, pay a single coin of it if I wanted to. But I suppose if I must respect your master's demands, I can give you something that should be even more satisfactory than gold.
She refuses to pay the debt in gold, instead offering a piece of glass. Bella chooses to intimidate her to get her to pay in gold.
Alright, you made your point. Fine, I will pay, but only because I trust your judgment, and because I wish respect upon the Sadras name. You would do best to tell your master that such nonsense won't earn him any favor. He's lucky to deal with me and my patience.
The job is done. Let's return to Belron Hlaalu of the 7th family.
Let me see. Yes, good. It's all here. Well done. It's good to see that Dorena Sadras remembers what her betters expect of her, and that's what matters. And you may keep this portion. It's only sensible that you receive a commission for your work. Money is the means and the end, wouldn't you say?
And now we'll return to Arvino Lervas.
May you find all that you seek.
Good job. In other news,
And that completes the quest. So let's document the branch where we accept the glass shard from Dorena Sadras.
Perfect. Your master should find this more than satisfactory. It would have made a fine display piece, but I'm sure it will find greater appreciation among the 7th family.
Back to Belron Hlaalu of the 7th family.
A shard from the Satanine. Hardly. You can see the curve in the plain cut marks. They must have mounted it to a broken lathe. And did they try to age it with quama acid? Saints, the fools I deal with. What a joke. Fortunately, it's quite an amusing joke.
So we get to keep the shard and we get less money compared to the earlier main branch.
Yes, I heard about it. Good job. In other news,
We return to Alvino Lervas and that completes this branch of the quest. Old Money is a solid introductory quest to the House Hlaalu faction, immediately establishing the core theme of economic opportunism. The quest design is simple yet effective, centered on a moral dilemma and a choice of payment. The main decision to either intimidate Dorena Sadras for the full debt in gold or accept a piece of glass for less money is a smart way to give the player early agency, forcing a choice on how far they will go for Hlaalu's gain. The two distinct branches provide minor but meaningful consequences, setting the stage effectively for the rest of the faction questline. To start this quest, we talk to Alvino Lervas in the Narsis Measure Hall about breaking up a strike.
the council recently passed a motion to begin paying court clerks in Hlaalu's scrip rather than gold. The clerks aren't happy about this change, and they're threatening to unionize in response. Killing them is, of course, off the table. Instead, I plan on having their organizer arrested for fraud. First, bring me a blank payslip and discover the identity of their labor leader. Once you've done that, come back to me so we can carry out the next step.
So the court clerks are threatening to unionize following a recent decision to pay them in Hlaalu scrip rather than coin. So we are supposed to enter the court offices, which are accessible through Measure Hall's courtroom, and ask the clerks about the labor leader. We are also supposed to visit the archives room and steal a blank payslip. Bella visits the court offices area, talks to one Loletis Sulen, and bribes her to find out about the identity of the labor leader.
You're thinking of Saravi. Tough for a Khajiit to win over the people's hearts and minds in Morrowind. But her oratory skills are no joke. We wouldn't have gotten as far as we have if it weren't for her.
She discovers that the court's clerk labor leader is a Khajiit named Saravi. Next, at the corner, we have a door to the archives room. Bella uses alteration magic to unlock the door. She enters the room and steals a blank payslip. We return to Alvino Lervas with the intelligence.
The Khajiit is their leader. Interesting. With the blank payslip, I should be able to get her arrested for fraud. And it's no trouble to break up a strike once you've taken out their leadership. Perfect. I've written a post-dated transaction to Saravi on behalf of one of the other clerks. I want you to plant it in her desk and inform a guard about it. Of course, she won't just let you stand in front of her and rummage through it, so use any methods at your disposal to do it discreetly. Deception, threats, bribery.
Alvino Lervas used the stolen blank slip and gave Bella a forged payslip. Bella will have to plant it in Saravi's desk and then tip off a guard to have her arrested for fraud. So it's time to return to the court offices and find Saravi and her desk.
You want something?
Unfortunately, it is very difficult to access her desk as there are people everywhere in the office. Bella finds a perfect spot and uses telekinesis magic to open her desk and plant the forged payslip in Saravi's desk. Bella then informs the guard.
Welcome to the measure hall. What? That filthy, thieving cat. I knew it was only a matter of time. Don't worry, I'll make sure she gets what she deserves. Those fools should have known better than to trust her.
Back to Alvino Lervas.
Strike, that should take care of them. Here's your payment. And may I share a few tips about how best to present yourself to make friends? Over the years, I've learned some things I think you'll find helpful. Consider it part of your reward. And talk to me when you're ready for more business.
That completes the quest. Now let us examine an alternative way of planting the forged payslip in Saravi's desk. This time Bella talks to Saravi and increases the disposition to scare her into leaving her desk.
No, I don't think so.
We then talk to the guard like before.
For what? That filthy, thieving cat. I knew it was only a matter of time. Don't worry, I'll make sure she gets what she deserves.
And we return to Arvino Lervas to complete the quest. Striking iron is a prime example of House Hlaalu's methods, focusing on espionage and criminal framing to break up a strike over Hlaalu's script payments. The quest structure is well designed, requiring multiple steps, finding the labor leader through persuasion or bribery, stealing a blank payslip, and then planting a forged slip to frame Saravi for fraud. The inclusion of two distinct methods for planting the forged payslip, using telekinesis magic to remotely access the desk, or using persuasion to scare Saravi away, provides excellent player agency and caters to different skill sets. This quest successfully immerses the player in the rigid and deceptive economic regimes of the Great House Hlaalu. To start this quest, we talk to Alvino Lervas in the Narsis Measure Hall about a robbery in the market quarter.
One of the merchants in the market quarter, Sanus Debuntus, has been complaining to the authorities that the Kamona Tong robbed his store. He's an outlander who sells foreign goods, so few care to get involved. But the behavior of these Tong agents is concerning for trade relations in the city if he's telling the truth. I need you to get a report from him. Ask the Kamana Tong who robbed his store and get the merchant's goods back to him to prevent a scandal. While they're tragically intolerant of outlanders, they happen to be a very industrious group, and so they own many establishments throughout Narsis, on the waterfront, and in the St. Veloth quarter especially. As a result, we do a significant amount of dealing with them. I'm sure you have your own opinion of their conduct. Rest assured that I sympathize with you, as long as you're on official Hlaalu business, and don't interfere too heavily with their work. I promise you our complete protection.
So we have to talk to a merchant, Sanus Debuntus, who can be found in his Western Imports store. At the market quarter, we visit Sanus Debuntus.
By the 9, you finally decided to help? Bah, so much for Hlaalu hospitality. Anyways, it's exactly as I said. A few days ago, as I was opening for the morning, some rough types, a scrawny dark elf and a Nord fellow, barged in and began wreaking havoc. The Nord grabbed me by the collar, saying the Kamona Tong demanded protection money. Can you believe it? I paid, of course, as any man would, and they quickly absconded with some of my finest glassware. They could have at least stolen some brandy.
So Sanus reports that among his robbers was a Nord. That is uncharacteristic of the xenophobic Kamona Tong. So let's check with the market quarter inns.
Welcome to the Purple Lantern PC class. We're the finest inn on the Imperial Purple Road between here and Mir Karap.
Sadly, no one here knows about this robbery. Let's go to other inn, the Canyon Air Inn.
We rent beds. I have some goods for barter. What do you want?
No one here knows about this robbery as well. Let's try our luck at the corner club in the St. Veloth's quarter.
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
Outlander, you do know this is the council club, right? What do you want?
Tell me about the robbery in the market quarter.
That's a good one, Outlander. Tell me, have you ever seen a Nord running with a ton before? You haven't, because we don't get buddy-buddy with filthy and WoW. So whoever it wasn't us. But if you want do us and your house a favor, why don't you go tell over me Helleran about the inept savages running around on her turf? She's here in the council club.
Ovrami Helleran, please tell me about the robbery in the market quarter.
Well, normally I wouldn't pay any mind to what Anwar has to say, but you've done well bringing this to our attention. No, we didn't rob your Outlander friend. However, I suspect I know who did. Do you know about the Janata Syndicate? They're a ruthless upstart criminal organization from the East. Unlike us, they have no conception of honorable dealings or pride or brotherhood. They hire without discretion to race, creed, or honor to perform their deplorable acts.
So Ovramith Helleran says that a Commoner Tong adheres to the concept of honorable dealings, pride and brotherhood, while the criminal gang called the Janata Syndicate is a bunch of savages. We also learn about how the syndicate is involved in the production of a new drug called Grey Dust. So Bella has to check in with Sodren Gals, a ruthless and cunning slave hunter outside the Catcatcher's Hall for a lead.
We're just a society of businessmen. Not that it's any of your business, Outlander. Ovrami sent you. Well, I just saw them leave. North of the stronghold Loranda, on the east bank of the River Thur, there's a little grotto named Gulnebi. There used to be an old monk holed up there, but since he disappeared there've been smugglers coming and going daily. There's a Dunmer and Nord among them that always move as a pair. Follow the river north past the stronghold, and it'll be overlooking an embankment on the right.
Sodren Gals says he has seen two individuals who match the description of the robbers and believes they are holed up in the grotto of Gulnebi. So it's time to visit this cave. What an idyllic location. Let's head inside. It is time for Bella to find the robbers.
You will die where you stand. You will die where you stand.
Die again.
The Nord and the Dunmer are dead. We also find Cenas' stolen goods. It is time to head back to Narsis. Back at Narsis, Bella talks to Cenas, who asks if she has the 850 gold that he paid as protection money.
Have you retrieved my stolen goods yet? You did? Give it here. Let's see. Oh, thank the Emperor. It's in perfect condition. Well, minus a bit of dust, say. Did you happen to get my protection money back?
Bella did not find any money, so she replied in the negative.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Who knows what those crooks did with it? Well, I appreciate your help nonetheless.
We return to Alvino Lervas.
The Janata Syndicate. I see. I should have laid the situation out to you sooner. I'm glad you managed to resolve the situation, but this is very concerning. For them to act so brazenly in the heart of Narsis. Clearly they are a larger threat than we anticipated, or at least consider themselves to be so. In any case, here is your reward.
And that completes the quest. Shakedown is a compelling quest that dives into the murky underworld of Narsis, effectively highlighting the friction between House Hlaalu and rival criminal organizations like the Janata Syndicate. The discovery of the new drug, Grey Dust, adds an interesting layer of lore, and the trek to the idyllic yet dangerous grotto of Gulmebi offers a nice visual contrast to the urban setting. The concluding interaction with Cenas Dibanthus serves as a final reminder of the transactional and often unforgiving nature of life under House Hlaalu influence, where even a successful recovery mission can leave a bitter taste. In the first part of this Narsis House Hlaalu series, we explored 3 distinct quests that collectively established the Great House's reputation for economic opportunism and unscrupulous methods. Overall, I felt these introductory quests provided a solid and immersive foundation for Bella's journey through the Hlaalu hierarchy. So, what did you think about the start of the questline? Do share your thoughts in the comments and be sure to check out the next part. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Thank you all for watching. May the Divines guard and keep you.